Have you ever encountered something so remarkably peculiar that it resembles a treasure hunt scene from a movie? Chances are, your answer would be no. However, in the realm of reality, such a phenomenon exists: the Ethiopian Bible. Among the most mysterious and controversial books ever known, it holds an allure that captivates the imagination. Ethiopia, the land that houses this enigmatic tome, has a rich history, shrouded in unexplained mysteries. While the intricacies of the nation itself warrant a separate exploration, this discourse delves into the extraordinary contents within its possession. Ethiopia safeguards some of the oldest Bible scrolls in existence, predating even the renowned King James Version. These ancient scriptures, comprising 88 books, include works that have eluded other religious denominations. The Ethiopian Bible encompasses scrolls from the Old Testament, the New Testament, and even previously unseen manuscript. What makes this discovery all the more fascinating is the fact that these scrolls were safeguarded long before the advent of Christianity in Ethiopian society during the 4th century. Unlike most nations where Christianity was introduced as a new religion, Ethiopia had embraced the faith centuries earlier. Since the 4th century, Ethiopia has proudly stood as a nation of Christianity, a fact confirmed by accounts from Egyptian traveler Monk and historian Cosmos Indicus, who chronicled Ethiopia's status as a Christian country during his visit in the 6th century. During his sojourn in Ethiopia, Cosmos Indicus witnessed how the rulers of the land generously opened their borders to Christian refugees fleeing persecution from kingdoms and empires antagonistic to Christianity. Certain Ethiopian tribes worshiped the Christian God for over 3,500 years, establishing Ethiopia's claim as the oldest organized Christian body in the world, a distinction that surpasses common misconceptions associating the Catholic ministry with this title. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church, locally known as Taho, serves as a living testament to Ethiopia's ancient Christian heritage. Moreover, Ethiopia proudly possesses one of the earliest illustrated Christian books ever discovered, an integral part of the Gospels, written in Ge'ez, an ancient Ethiopian language. This remarkable artifact was unearthed in 2010 within a monastery atop a mountain in Ethiopia. The Ethiopian Bible's historical significance intertwines with legendary tales that have endured for centuries. According to the Kebra Nagast, Ethiopia's holy book, in the 10th century BC, the biblical Queen of Sheba embarked on a journey to Jerusalem seeking counsel from the renowned King Solomon. While this account is recorded in the accepted Bible canon, it reveals an intriguing facet previously untold: the birth of a son named Menelik, born from the union of the two rulers. Queen Sheba returned to Ethiopia with her son, who eventually became the nation's first emperor. In 2012, genetic studies conducted on numerous Ethiopians provided evidence supporting Sheba's journey to Jerusalem and the birth of her son there. These findings suggest that Egyptian, Israeli, or Syrian individuals may have intermixed with the native Ethiopian population approximately 3,000 years ago, coinciding with the era when Queen Sheba is believed to have ruled her kingdom. These corroborations fortify the age-old narrative and lend credibility to the legendary account. Despite its rich historical credentials and authenticity, the Ethiopian Bible has faced marginalization and exclusion from the canon of holy books. Astonishingly, many people, including believers of the same faith, remain unaware of its existence. The extent of efforts to discredit and conceal the Ethiopian Bible raises pertinent questions about the motives behind such actions. To comprehend this intricate web of historical events, a brief exploration of the Bible's evolution and the consolidation of its canon is essential. The Bible, as we know it today, differs from its historical counterparts. Throughout history, numerous versions, interpretations, and ideas regarding its content prevailed. Originally penned in Hebrew, the Bible underwent translations into various languages. The first translation, executed by Saint Jerome, converted the Hebrew text into Latin, resulting in what is known as the Vulgate, completed around the year 400. The Vulgate, which remains the principal Latin version of the Bible, comprised 27 books in the New Testament and 39 books in the Old Testament. During the first century, an abundance of books emerged, purporting to depict the life and teachings of Jesus. However, many of these texts were fictional, akin to fan fiction novels, and caused confusion among the populace. With no means of instant fact-checking, these spurious accounts proliferated, overshadowing genuine historical records. Concerned by this predicament, leaders of the early Christian church convened the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD and the First Council of Constantinople in 381 AD to determine which books would be included in the New Testament. The criteria set forth stipulated that a book could only be included if it was believed to be divinely inspired and aligned with the teachings of Jesus and the apostles. This process led to the establishment of the canon of the New Testament, which included 27 books. While the councils of Nicaea and Constantinople solidified the canon for most Christian denominations, the Ethiopian Church followed its own path. The Ethiopian Bible, also known as the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church Canon, incorporates additional books that were not included in the canons of other Christian traditions. These books are collectively referred to as the Ethiopian Orthodox Narrow Canon and encompass a total of 88 books. The Ethiopian Old Testament includes canonical books such as Genesis, Exodus, Psalms, Proverbs, and Isaiah, but it also contains several unique books such as the Book of Enoch, the Book of Jubilees, and the Ascension of Isaiah. These books have been traditionally revered and studied within the Ethiopian Church. One of the most intriguing books within the Ethiopian Bible is the Book of Enoch. It is an ancient Jewish religious work attributed to Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah. The book provides insights into topics such as angelology, cosmology, and eschatology. The Book of Enoch was highly regarded in early Jewish and Christian communities, with references to it found in the New Testament. However, over time, it gradually fell out of favor and was excluded from the canons of most Christian denominations. Nevertheless, the Ethiopian Church recognized its significance and preserved it within its biblical canon. The Ethiopian Bible's significance extends beyond its unique canon. It serves as a testament to the rich cultural and religious heritage of Ethiopia, offering a distinct perspective on early Christian beliefs and practices. The inclusion of additional books such as the Book of Enoch provides alternative insights into biblical narratives and expands the understanding of ancient religious thought. Furthermore, the Ethiopian Bible's preservation of these texts that were excluded from other canons sheds light on the complexities of biblical interpretation and the diverse theological traditions that have emerged throughout history. The Ethiopian Bible stands as a testament to the profound religious and cultural heritage of Ethiopia. With its unique canon of 88 books, it offers a distinctive perspective on the biblical narrative and the early Christian tradition. The inclusion of books like the Book of Enoch provides valuable insights into ancient beliefs and expands our understanding of the diverse theological landscape of the past. Despite facing marginalization and exclusion, the Ethiopian Bible perseveres as a treasure trove of ancient scrolls, awaiting further exploration and appreciation. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of this enigmatic tome, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of religious history and the enduring power of faith. In 1611, the King James Bible was published, marking a significant milestone in the accessibility of Bible versions at that time. The advancements made in printing technology allowed the King James Bible to become one of the most widely accessible versions to date. However, during the process of translating and compiling the Bible, certain books were excluded from the version that most Christians use today. This discrepancy between the King James Bible and the Ethiopian Bible lies in the inclusion of additional books known as pseudepigrapha. Pseudepigrapha refers to falsely attributed works or texts, whose claimed author is not the true author, or works that are attributed to a figure from the past. These texts are considered non-canonical by most other Christian traditions. The reason behind excluding these books from the Bible is that scribes and theologians of the time recognized that they were not divinely inspired. Many individuals with various intentions, both before and after Jesus, wrote these books, often with malicious motives. It was essential to remove such texts to prevent the spread of false information and misleading interpretations over time. Despite the exclusion of certain books from the commonly accepted Bible, the Ethiopian Bible retains all of these scriptures. However, it is important to note that even within the Ethiopian Bible, there are two distinct canons, the broader canon and the narrow canon. To understand this distinction, let's define what a canon represents. A canon is a generally accepted law, rule, principle, or criterion by which something is judged. The broader canon of the Ethiopian Bible consists of 81 books. In this version, books such as Enoch, Jubilees, 3 books by Mabes, Epistle to Clement, 4 books of Kodos, and many others are included. This broader canon is the focus of this video and is relatively well known. On the other hand, the narrow canon was overseen by Emperor Haile Selassie, who proclaimed it as the official and complete version of the Ethiopian Bible. The reasons behind this narrower canon are complex and multifaceted, and it is recommended to conduct further research to gain a comprehensive understanding of the historical context and motivations behind it. The narrow canon consists of 72 books, excluding some scriptures found in the broader version. While the broader canon encompasses everything found in the narrow canon and more, it is worth noting that the broader canon has not been reprinted since the early 20th century, which has contributed to some controversies and discrepancies within the Ethiopian Bible itself. The existence of 2 different versions of the Ethiopian Bible further contributes to its lack of acceptance among certain Christian traditions. The Ethiopian canon offers a unique perspective on how the Bible has evolved over time. Contrary to popular belief, the Bible is not a single book, but rather a collection of texts and experiences written over many years. Various religious groups, including those verified or accepted, have a long history of excluding or including different texts or copies based on different theological, personal, or historical grounds. The Bible as we know it today mainly took shape in the 4th and 5th centuries AD. By that time, Christianity in Ethiopia had already begun to diverge from Christianity in Europe and the surrounding Mediterranean region. This divergence has continued over time, resulting in notable differences between the Ethiopian Bible and other versions. While the Ethiopian Bible shares many similarities with the Catholic and Orthodox Bibles, it does contain a few extra Old Testament books, likely written in the last few hundred years BC, bridging the gap between the Old and New Testaments. Additionally, the Ethiopian Bible includes additional books that focus on the history and structure of the Ethiopian Church. Another factor that may contribute to the rejection of the Ethiopian Bible is the language in which it is written. The Ethiopian Bible is primarily written in Ge'ez, making it challenging for non-speakers to access and comprehend. The lack of widespread translations and unique practices associated with the Ethiopian Bible have also contributed to its relative obscurity outside of Ethiopia. A more controversial reason behind the rejection of the Ethiopian Bible lies in the realm of politics. During the early days of Christianity, those in positions of power and politics, such as the Roman emperors, were primarily concerned with maintaining their authority. Consequently, any scrolls or texts that did not align with their preferred narrative were left out. In fact, the Bishop of Rome even instructed priests to destroy scrolls that were not part of the accepted Bible. However, many of these texts were cleverly hidden by the priests, and some were eventually discovered near the Dead Sea in the 1940s. These discoveries shed light on the differences between various versions of the Bible, as one version may be deemed more complete or authoritative than another. In recent years, there has been a growing interest in the Ethiopian Bible as people seek to understand its uniqueness and the truths it holds. Ethiopian churches have made efforts to increase accessibility by translating the Bible into more languages and conducting academic studies on its contents. The fact that the Ethiopian Bible has survived numerous challenges, including attacks by Muslims in Italy, as well as the destruction caused by a fire that burned the church and monastery where the Bible was kept in the 1930s, adds to its mystique and the enduring significance of this ancient book. In conclusion, the publication of the King James Bible in 1611 marked a significant milestone in the accessibility of Bible versions. However, the Ethiopian Bible stands apart due to its inclusion of additional books known as pseudepigrapha, which are considered non-canonical by most Christian traditions. The Ethiopian Bible has two distinct canons, the broader and narrow canons, each with its own set of books. The reasons for the inclusion or exclusion of certain books are multifaceted, influenced by historical, theological, linguistic, and political factors. The Ethiopian Bible offers a unique perspective on the evolution of the Bible over time and highlights the differences between various religious groups and their interpretations. The language barrier of Jays and the relative obscurity of the Ethiopian Bible outside of Ethiopia have contributed to its limited acceptance. However, in recent years, there has been a renewed interest in the Ethiopian Bible, with efforts made to increase accessibility and conduct academic studies. The Ethiopian Bible's survival through various challenges and its enduring significance in Ethiopian culture and religious practices add to its mystique and make it a fascinating subject of exploration and research. By delving into the Ethiopian Bible's history and considering its distinct characteristics, we gain a deeper understanding of the diverse interpretations and adaptations of the Bible throughout the centuries.